For those who don't know me, my name is Ivan, and most know me by my middle name, Sean, and I'm Lester's best friend. I met Lester in the summer of 1990, a great year for music, when he and his family moved on my block, 67 and Troop. But due to me working at the carnival, I was the last one on the block to meet him. One day I was off work and came outside to hang out. It was me, Devon, Darwin, Martrix, Toby, and Eric when Lester came outside to join us. Eric introduced us and we began to converse about video games, namely the Nintendo Entertainment System. He began bragging about all the video games on Nintendo that he completed. And I said to him, "Yeah, right, nigga, stop lying." He then says, "If you think I'm telling a lie, you can take me to your house and I'll show you." I'm very competitive. So I said, "Come on, let's go." Me, Lester, Martrix, and Darren went in my house to play the video game. I didn't pull out the video games that he said he was good at. We played the games that I was dominant in. It was the Major League Baseball, Double Dribble Basketball, and the legendary Tecmo Bowl. I promptly kicked his tail in all three games that we played, and I bragged about it all day. When we wasn't playing video games, we was outside playing basketball, and by the end of the summer, me and him was undividable. School started back, and I was going into the 8th grade, and he, a freshman in high school. One day, I believe in November, he asked me to come with him over this girl house he met at CVS High School. I asked him, "Where does she live?" He said, 70th and Troop. We walk up the street to her house when Lester said, "This it here." The address was 7020 South Troop Street. And Lester and I walked up the stairs, and he knocked on the door. Her brother Gary answered the door and cursed us out for coming there looking for his baby sister. Seconds later, the other brother, Pumpkin, come to assist Gary in cussing us and threatening us. When Karen came to the door and said, "Hey, Lester," and she told her brother to leave her friend alone. Gary and Pumpkin both went inside the house, and Karen asked, "Who is he?" Lester replied, "That's my friend Sean." Karen did said, "He looks like his name should be Bubba, so I'm gonna call him Bubba." For the next 2 to 3 years, Karen called me Bubba and had a whole family calling me Bubba. So I finally told her, "Call me Sean or call me Ivan." And Karen will begin to call me Ivan. She's the only person who consistently called me Ivan who do not have a link to my high school or elementary school. I watched Lester and Karen go from being high school sweethearts to falling in love to moving out of their parents' homes and getting an apartment together, to purchase their first of many homes, to becoming engaged, and to getting married at the city hall in which I was right there by Lester's side as the best man. Karen even introduced me to the love of my life, Kim. Me and Kim together celebrated as God blessed Lester and Karen with their greatest gift of all, the birth of their son, Latrell. We had untold amounts of date nights and vacations together. When me and Kim got married, Lester was one of my best men, and Karen was one of Kim's matron of honor. And when they renewed their vows in Mexico via Carnival cruise ship, we were right there to witness the blissfulness of their love. One of me and Kim's favorite moments of that celebration was watching Lester's late mother, Miss Peaches Lloyd, chasing after and trying to keep up with her grandchildren. Not only is Lester my best friend, but our wives and sisters are too, further cementing our brotherhood. I understand that Lester and every one of us has a death date, but I always thought we would grow old together, and the end would be much later in time. I envisioned me being at least 90 and him 91. When Karen would call to tell me Lester isn't doing well, and I should come and be by my friend's side at this time of need, I would grab my cane and head to their home. As I enter the room, he is surrounded by his wife, son, grandkids, and even great-grandchildren. As I approach the bed circle, As I approached the bed, the circle will part to let me closer to him out of respect for what would be more than 75 years of friendship. Karen would stand on one side of the bed holding his hand and me on the other side. But just briefly for me, I would exit the circle of family and find a chair closest to his bed, preferably a lazy boy. I would sit down, close my eyes, and begin to reminisce of 75 years of life together. As the memories are going through my mind, I'm awakened by one of his great-grandchildren, who most likely has a name I can't pronounce. He would say, Uncle Sean, Granddad is gone. And I would nod my head several times. I would then look over at Karen to see that she is still holding his hand, but now with a tear or two sliding down her face. There is no painstaking screams or breaking down because she also has 75 years with him and see his life works as completely fulfilled. God gave me this mind, so I have a right to dream and have a vision of what my future is to look like. I did not get 75 years I wanted with him, but I thank God for the 35 great years of brotherhood. The problem I'm having is trying to imagine living 35 more without him. Karen, I'm so sorry that I haven't had the words of encouragement that you need. But I said at y'all house a few days ago, if you don't know what to say less. But rest assured that me and Kim will remain a constant presence in your life to our dying day. We love you dearly, and may God bless you on this journey. Latrell, as you forge your career with the U.S. Navy, you will learn critical thinking skills, life's values such as hard work and order, which will propel you to greatness. Your dad is truly proud of you, and I can hope someday you will meet the woman of your dreams, fall in love, get married, and start a family as your parents did with you. May God bless you on your road to greatness. To the Lloyd and Bunny family, my prayers and support are with you at all. I know Lester played an intricate role in both families. And like me, not only are you trying to process the present loss of Lester, but a future without him. I say stay prayed up and supportive of one another and watch God see you through it. To 67 and Troop, Ada, friends from all over, co-workers, please keep Lester's presence alive in you by speaking of him as if he's still here. Celebrate those special days and moments you shared with him. I'm sure he would really appreciate it. Lester, my brother, I love you with all my heart. And it hurts like hell to see you go. But I believe strongly that you are in a better place. Although I feel as if I'm going to mourn you till I join you, that simply won't work, as I have to be strong for my wife and kids. And I have to be double strong for yours. That means I have to find a way to respect this universal process called the circle of life. I will miss the jokes and laughter, the family times and vacations with you. Most of all, I will miss looking over my shoulder and seeing you there. It's truly hard to say goodbye, but I must bid you farewell. So long, my friend, until we meet again. Thank you all. Peace and love.